February 14th, 2009, Saturday, 7:30 a.m. Hi, Mother dear. I thought I'd start another letter to you this morning. Not really much to say because I just sent you a letter a couple days ago. I'm just bored again. I'll be calling you again in about 1.5 hours. They'll be waking everyone up for head count in 30 minutes. Most everyone will go back to bed after that though, except the ones who have to clean. I'm one of them that has to clean today. I'll probably mop, then come back in my room and wait until 9 so I can call you. After I get finished talking to you, I'll probably come back in my room and spend the day reading the Bible. I'm reading the New Testament all the way through. There's 632 pages, and I'm on page 301. I started reading it a couple days ago and was only reading a little at a time, but since I got a write-up for doing laundry, I'm sticking back to staying in my room so I don't get in any more situations for write-ups. It's better to play it safe. I might lose a little good time for this write-up, but I'll be able to get it back. I've started another book and named it The Devil's Reign, but I got a block on page 31. So I started another book and I'm naming it Kentucky Prison Jokes, or Are They? As of right now, I've thought up 76 jokes. I'm going to find someone that can draw cartoon pictures to go with each joke in the book. A couple of guys have read it here and like it. I guess I'm going to stop here for now. I'll write more later. I'm here again just to tell you I just tried to call you, but got no answer, so I'll try again in a bit. Would have called at 9 like I normally do, but I cleaned for 3 other people because they were too lazy to. It took me an hour and a half to finish, but I got it done. One guy gave me a noodle. Yippee! I'm sure the other 2 will give me something when they wake up. I'm going to do more reading, then I'll write more later. Hi again. It's 5 p.m. now, and I just tried calling you again and still got no answer. I figured I'll try again at 5:30. And if I still don't get a hold of you, I'll call again in the morning. I haven't been doing much today except reading the Bible, sleeping, and I cleaned this morning. I'm spending most of my time in my room alone so I can avoid being around any immaturity. I'm hoping I'll get my letter of acceptance into the class this week and get shipped out of this place so I can start doing more things, especially my books. I'm anxious to get started typing them up. I've grown a beard and mustaches. I've been growing it for the last 3 weeks. I thought about letting it grow the whole time I'm incarcerated, just to see how long I could get it. I'm trying to grow an Uncle Clayton mustache too, just for the fun of it. I figure there's nobody in here I want to look good for or I'm trying to press, so why not do it for shits and giggles? I'm going to stop writing here again. We've had count in a few minutes, so I'll write more later again. Before I forget though, is there any chance you've taken pictures of Bud and Sadie for me yet? Write more later. I tried calling you a couple more times. I just remember you said something about 2 free nights at a hotel someplace, so I figured that must be where you're at now. It's 7:30 p.m. right now, and I normally you'd be home. That's the only place I can think that you are, unless you found a man and being a slut for the night. Haha. I have a bit of an issue picturing that, but thought I'd create a smile from you with it. I'll try calling you again tomorrow. If I don't get you, then I'll try again until I do. I'm going to bed in an hour. I'm reading more of the Bible until I do. Well, it's Sunday morning at 9. I just tried to call you again and got no answer still. I'm assuming that you must be at the hotel you were telling me about. I hope you're having fun. I'm spending my morning reading the Bible again and trying to decide if I want to go to recreation time or not. It looks like it's nice out, but I just don't want any losers trying to walk around with me or talk to me. I enjoy spending my time alone when I'm out there because it helps me to clear my head and keep my sanity. It's not all that bad in here really. It's just a pain in the ass being around so many dumb, some white as well. The immaturity level is high, but that's another reason I keep to myself a lot. I'll be quite busy when I get to where I'm going because of the class I have to take. Plus, I'm going to take other courses so I can get more good time. With all of that plus working plus my books, I'll remain quite busy so the time will go quite fast. I guess I'm going to go outside for rec. I'll write more later then mail this out tomorrow morning. Sunday 8:30 p.m. Hi Mother dear. I'm not going to write much tonight other than I'm going to bed and I'll write more tomorrow. I just found out that tomorrow's a holiday and there's no mail, so it'll give me more time to write another page or so. Good night for now. Hi again. It's Monday 7:30 and I just talked to you a while ago. I hated calling you that second time, but I wanted to know if you'd sent my book out to me. I wanted to know about Bud and Sadie, and also wanted to have you send me a guitar beginner's book. I figure if I have the chance and time to learn to play the guitar, then I want to start from scratch and learn to read the music instead of only being limited to playing some chords like Dad did. He was just too lazy to learn to play by reading the music. Well, shit. You may as well just wait to send my book and the guitar book until I get to know where I'm going. I'm also going to have to send you my Spanish words to me, and maybe get me a Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 learning book, and a book on either karate or tai chi. Spell it, it's pronounced Tichi with a long I. I'd rather have a tai chi learning book. I'm going to see what I can find when I get to where I'm going before I have you send me any martial arts books, I think. I'm going to learn everything I can while I'm in this situation. I don't want this time of my life being wasted like so many people in this situation let happen. So, I'm going to stay as busy as I possibly can for the time I have to be in here. I figure between typing my books, working, taking the class I have to take, and the ones I want to take, learning to play the guitar, learning the martial art, and learning to speak more Spanish, I should be able to stay quite busy, and the time will go by a lot faster. I'm happy I have a good head start on learning Spanish. It'll be a lot easier to learn the rest. I know you don't like talking about what led me into being in this situation. I don't like talking about it anymore either. It just frustrates me to have someone even partially consider what they did being justified when it wasn't. It's simple. They play me on my emotions, and that's how they got me to go to the house. They're the ones that had to plan everything in my head. They knew I wasn't able to think straight, and could be talking to almost anything short of murder. A little exaggeration there. Basically, somebody's made me feel like they gave a shit. And I hadn't felt that in a long, long time. And that's how they got me to go there. I knew it was wrong the whole time, but I just couldn't see past the way they were making me feel and the guilt trips. That's why there is nobody that will ever convince me that they were right. There's also nobody that's going to talk me out of doing my book, because I know for a fact people want to know the other side of the story. And also, nobody will talk me out of taking them to court and suing them for entrapment, criminal conspiracy, and criminal solicitations. I'm the one whose name in life has been messed up because of these corrupt, money-hungry, sick assholes. And I'm the one that's going to fight to get honest justice every way I possibly can. Now that I'm almost at the end of this paper, I'll end this letter even though I feel like writing more. Though not about my situation, but only to write more to you. Guess I'll have to read more in the Bible until the last head count at 8:30. I love you, Lorne. Well, shit. I changed my mind. I'm going to write to you some more. I was weighing the amount of papers I have to send to you in this envelope, and I have to put 2 stamps on it anyway, so I decided to keep writing. I've already realized that being in prison is all what you make of it. I'd much rather be home and have Bud and Sadie and Daisy and be around the rest of my family, but if you do things to better yourself while you're in here, it's really not that bad. It makes it worse if you're lazy and just want to lay around and do nothing all day. There are some guys in here that really need an adjustment in their attitudes. There's one that really pissed me off. Now if I weren't in here and he would have ran his mouth like he did one day, I would have knocked him out. If I weren't in here, he would have never dared run his mouth at all. Anyway, I try to keep that in mind, that these guys are only doing the jobs and they have a family to go home to. But there are some that are corrupt as hell and that make you wish the worst on them. I still haven't written any more of my other book that I started called The Devil's Reign. I still have a little block happening, but I'm starting to kind of get a couple of small ideas about where to go with it next. I've used a lot of paper out of this pad since I bought it a week ago. I'm going to have to buy some more. I'm also going to have to buy a couple more pens too. This one's almost out of ink already, and I bought this the same time I bought the paper. These pens are cheap. They run out of ink fast. I'm anxious now to hurry up and get to know where I'm going to be so I can start taking college courses and get a job and do all the other things I want to do. I'm tired of being here and waiting. Guess the next place I'm going to be will be a lot better, because there's more to do. Thank God. Why do you not have more money than what you're telling me you have? I just realized that today, after I got off the phone with you, that the money you're supposed to be getting from Redacted for the house, you're working, and you're vouching for rent, you should be doing good. Plus your social security. Not to mention that huge $10 back child support check you get. Ha! What a joke. Plus, Redacted should be giving you money too for staying with you. I know you have your new car and all, but why are you still having to work so much? I don't like it that you're still working more than 3 days a week. Please, for me, cut it down to 3 days a week. I'm going to stop here and put this stuff in the envelope to mail out in the morning. P.S. Find out what Laurie told them people that are taking care of Bud for me, please. And don't forget, please, I love you. Lorne. Ha! I don't have to use 2 stamps.